Trump campaign pushing back, denying reports that staff members are frustrated with the GOP candidate. Meanwhile, a source telling CNN the head of the Republican Party is upset with Trump for appearing to go off message over the past few days. I want to bring in two syndicated talk radio hosts who have the ear of the voters, and that's John Fredericks. He is a Trump supporter, and Dennis Prager, a founder of PragerU.com, a conservative online learning site. Good evening, gentlemen. Good to have both of you here. Dennis, you first. Is the Trump campaign and the GOP at a breaking point right now?
No, but there's frustration, and it's completely understandable. Look, he was my 17th choice of 17 people. I have had the same position from the beginning. I don't want him, but if he is nominated, my only alternative is 4 more years of the left and 40 more years of a left-wing Supreme Court. Between the two, I will vote for him. I am afraid of what the left has done on our campuses. I am afraid of what it has done to our economy. This is the only president in American history who has not had a greater than 3% GDP growth in any year of his term as president. These are the things that he should be stressing. He's not stressing it. I don't know why. But if he does, then he can turn it around.
Okay, John, and speaking of, I mean, the polls are showing that maybe he should be stressing it because there's a new Fox News poll out. It's showing Hillary Clinton with a 10-point lead over Donald Trump, 49 to 39%. The same poll shows 69% of voters felt that Trump's response to the Khan family was out of bounds. Do you think he can turn this around and do, as Dennis said, maybe start focusing on some of the issues and hitting his opponent rather than doing self-injury?
Don, absolutely. When Donald Trump focuses on the issues that working class middle Americans are concerned about, he's going to do very, very well. He goes up in every single poll, every single time that he focuses on those issues: jobs, getting the economy straightened out, bringing our jobs back, getting out of these wars, closing the southern border of the United States so that we have some kind of meaningful immigration. These are the things that matter to people. Right now, this is a lot of political science narrative that is going on.
But let me ask you this, because Dennis has been on with me a bunch. And Dennis and I, we probably had a similar conversation about he's going to pivot towards the general. So why isn't he doing these things? Because people have been telling him he should be doing this for months now. Even his own daughter and his own wife saying you need to be more presidential, but he's still not doing it. Yet you keep saying, oh yeah, when he focuses on the issues, he's going to focus on the issues, but yet he's not doing it.
I think what you saw in this past week is a wake-up call for Mr. Trump. I think he understands what the stakes are now and what his role is. You know, he's not a politician, and I think going forward, you're going to see
I got to
a
stop
very
you there.
different campaign.
I said this to Governor
Jan
Jan Brewer. You can't keep saying he's not a politician. He's running as president of the United States. He's been running for a year. He is the definition of a politician by now. That you can't use that as an excuse. But go on.
Well, look, Don, I'm not saying whether it's an excuse or not. It's reality. He's accustomed to doing things in a certain way. He's got to be able to change that, and I'm very confident that he is and he will. But look, you're not going to win this campaign on personal insults either way. You're not going to beat Hillary Clinton on emails or $400 million pallets of money or anything else. You're going to win on the issues. And, you know, the other thing is, Don, there is a raging battle going on internally in the GOP right now.
Let me ask you, though, you don't think that $400 million of money, like he should be hitting that and trying to tie that? I mean, I think any political consultant would say today he should have been focused on that money and trying to tie what the Obama administration did with Hillary Clinton and her as Secretary of State and foreign policy, but yet he's not doing it. Shouldn't that, you don't think that should be his course of action?
Well, sure. I mean, you had a $400 million secret payment to the Iranian government, paying back something that goes from 1979. That's a very long time. They had 13,000 days to pay that back. That money comes on the same day that the hostages are released. That is a 13,000 to 1 coincidence. I don't buy it. The American people don't buy it.
Okay, to that point then.
My point is, it is the issues, Don. It is the issues that are going to win this campaign for Trump.
Okay.
Right, but here, Don, if I may say, here is an example, though, and obviously I've been critical, as you know, of Donald Trump. But here's an example where I think it is fair to say that the press really does want a Democrat to win. It doesn't matter who the Republican is. Mitt Romney was one of the most honorable men in America, and they pilloried him 4 years ago. So it doesn't matter. But here is an example. His spokesman, the president's spokesman, says it was a complete coincidence that on the same day $400 million is sent to Tehran, 4 hostages are released. Now, tell me what Donald Trump has said that is more absurd than that.
Yeah. Well, but to your point then, okay, Dennis, I'm going to allow you some leeway with that because I just said, shouldn't Donald Trump be hammering that point home?
Yes,
because
but I just,
the headline
yes.
would be tonight instead of, Donald Trump keeps relitigating history would be tonight, Donald Trump's hit Hillary Clinton and the Obama administration hard on Iran a pallet of money.
Right. Both. You're absolutely right. That's what he should be doing. I just wanted to be fair, though, that he is also, as all Republicans are also running against the press. Mm-hmm. You showed this New York Times series of clips. Did the New York Times, or for that matter, did CNN, for which I have tremendous respect, show the Israeli flag burned by Bernie Sanders supporters in Philadelphia?
Yes, we did.
I suspect not.
But not tonight.
Did?
But not tonight.
Okay, no.
We've shown
if
it.
you
Yes.
then to your great credit, did the New York Times? I don't know. But if it got the same amount of attention, then bravo. I just doubt it.
Mm-hmm. Let's continue to talk about this. Or, you know what, John? You said that you were saying that there's great turmoil within the GOP, and I cut you off. What did you mean by that?
Well, look, there's a raging battle right now inside the GOP. It's a battle that should happen, is happening, and it's going to continue to happen because basically Trump is transcending the entire Republican Party in this movement that nobody seems to grasp. Everybody is just looking at these mistakes he's making. They don't understand what he has accomplished and what continues to happen. And so he has stood up for working class Americans, middle America, by telling them that he's going to bring their jobs back, secure the southern border, and get us out of these wars. And this is the gist of it. Look, it's a rejection of the former Republican Party elites in Washington who have done nothing for the working class, nothing for middle America. They have a failed policy of wars, body bags, wounded soldiers, billions of dollars in debt, trillions of dollars in debt. You got Paul Ryan, and there, the only thing that he has to show for his speakership so far is a Puerto Rico bailout for his Wall Street crony capitalist friends. This battle is going to continue to rage because this is a movement, Don, that transcends one individual.
To be continued, this conversation. Thank you, John. Thank you, Dennis. I'll see you soon.